I was 19, I think, when I moved to Nashville. I went along.
How did that start? Talk to me about the process of even getting there.
Yeah, and I mean, I've told the story a million times, and it's been reiterated in different fashions. So I mean, I guess my father and I were going to a studio session that he had with a family friend of ours, a songwriter named Marlon Young, who writes songs for Kid Rock and plays in Kid Rock's band. And I showed up. I think I was 18 at the time. Yeah, I don't think I was 17 or 18. And I had to have been 18. I was playing guitar kind of in the tracking room. My dad was in the vocal booth singing the song, and they asked me to come in, sing a verse or something like that. And I went in there and did, a verse to mirror the chorus that he was recording, and then they loved my voice and asked if they could hear an original song, and I had just written a song not long before then called Flowers for May, and it was a song for my mother, and whose name is not May, but whatever. And played them the song. Marlon took a video of it and sent it down to Nashville to my now manager, has been my manager for 6 years. And so, that's how I moved down to Nashville.
And so it grabbed you from there and off you went.
Yeah, it was a different thing because I was so getting into this rhythm, finally getting into this rhythm of playing every night, right? Or playing around and writing every day. And I moved to Nashville, and it's like the music scene in Nashville is a completely different thing. Especially the bar scene in Nashville is a completely different thing. Like, you walk into a bar in Nashville, everyone knows how to play every song.
Right.
There was no room for that, and that was the most intimidating thing in the world.
Really? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, like going down, to a bar in Nashville at any given time, you can walk into a room and hear one of the best guitar players, you're ever going to hear, and they know every song. I knew that wasn't going to be what I was going to be doing when I went down to Nashville. I definitely couldn't cut it doing that stuff. So I went from playing a bunch of places around Windsor, Essex County, and into Detroit, and then went to Nashville to literally just sitting in my room
Really?
and writing songs. So it really flipped a little bit. And there was, for the first few years, there was rarely any live shows unless I was touring. And it was all, writing.
How was that for you mentally?
It got really discouraging and repetitive for periods of time, because I'd be like a month of just sitting there doing the same thing. And of course, I'd work with different people and try and find people that I could co-write with that made sense and felt natural. But it definitely got into periods where it was like, this is kind of depressing, because it's the same thing over and over again with not a lot of crowd interaction or getting to play for people or getting, honest feedback. It's like, there's a difference, I think, between trying to make this song that's going to hit all these marks and it's going to do this thing that makes sense structurally. The song does, right? There's a difference between that and saying, just wrote this thing like this morning, and I'm going to play it tomorrow night at this bar, and I'm just going to see what happens and see how people respond, if they respond. And I think that's something for me anyway that I need to do regularly to keep my.
Like the hey, I just wrote this thing, get out to the bar and try it.
Yeah, like the getting to play stuff that is fresh and new, and that you feel good about, that you've just written, getting it to play it for people.
So has that become part of your writing process since then, or?
Absolutely, yeah. And whenever I get to go on tour, I've been touring a lot lately. I get, I'll always constantly throw brand new songs into the mix. We just did the show last week at the Bank Theater, and got to play like 6 or 7 songs I'd never played live before, ever. So I'm still on a high from it. That's the best feeling in the world to me.